It started like any other morning at Arsenal's London Colney training ground. The sun pierced gently through the grey clouds, and whispers of pre-season drills filled the air. But within hours, those whispers turned into a roar. News broke, not as a rumor or a leak but officially. Viktor Gyökeres, Sporting CP's Swedish goal machine, had signed for Arsenal in a deal worth €73.5 million, and the man behind it not just Mikel Arteta, but the enigmatic football director Andrea Berta, recently brought in to reshape Arsenal's transfer strategy. Fans outside the training ground couldn't believe it. One moment they were speculating about Ivan Toney, the next they saw a blacked-out SUV pulling through the gates. By the time photographers caught a glimpse of the smiling 26-year-old striker stepping out in Arsenal training gear, the internet was already ablaze. This wasn't just a signing. This was a statement. Arsenal had been linked with Gyökeres earlier in the window, but the deal always seemed too complicated. Sporting were firm on his release clause, and several clubs, Chelsea, Atletico Madrid, and even Bayern Munich, had circled like hawks. But it was Arsenal who moved silently and struck first. According to sources close to the deal, it was Andrea Berta's relationship with Sporting's executives that laid the foundation. Quiet meetings, trusted negotiations, and a shared vision for Gyökeres' future turned the tide. Mikel Arteta, meanwhile, had been pushing for a powerful number 9 with pace, physicality, and clinical finishing. He had been following the striker for months, impressed by his 43-goal season in Portugal. For Arteta, this wasn't just about adding goals. It was about evolution. Last season, Arsenal fell short again. Despite leading the Premier League table for long spells, their attacking line lacked a ruthless edge in key moments. Gabriel Jesus, while technically gifted, struggled with injuries and consistency. Kai Havertz was a creative solution, but not a natural finisher. And Gyökeres remained a backup at best. Gyökeres changes all of that. Standing at 6 feet 2 inches, with a powerful stride and lethal instincts inside the box, the Swede brings a different dimension. He presses relentlessly, dominates defenders in duels, and is comfortable linking up play, just the kind of striker Arteta loves. His arrival could also unlock more space for players like Saka and Martinelli, who often found themselves crowded without a focal point to draw defenders. Inside the club, the mood is electric. One staff member described the moment he walked in as goosebumps, not just for the signing, but for the ambition it signals. Arsenal aren't just building for top 4, they're hunting titles now. And the fans, they've exploded with joy. Social media platforms were flooded with memes, reaction videos, and chants. Outside the Emirates, one group of fans even unfurled a banner, "Victor the Viking, our new hero." It's not hard to see why they're excited. In Gyökeres, Arsenal may have found the missing piece of their puzzle. Someone who can deliver in the Champions League nights under the lights, and someone who can bury chances when the Premier League title is on the line. But this transfer is more than just football. It marks a new era of ruthlessness at Arsenal. Gone are the days of drawn-out sagas and bargain bin panic buys. With Berta in charge of negotiations and Arteta in charge of vision, the Gunners are acting like a true European powerhouse, calm, calculated, and deadly. As Gyökeres posed with the red and white jersey, Arteta stood beside him, proud and smiling. There were no over-the-top words, no flashy statements. Just a quiet confidence that echoed across the training ground. Because Arsenal didn't just sign a striker today. They sent a message.